What's up, YouTube? Sledgehammer70 back, and as most of you guys know, I have been waiting to put my new tires on my 2016 Camaro. So a little backstory here, got new MRR Design FS01 wheels. They had provided some Pirelli tires for me to use until I was able to get my Michelin pilots, but unfortunately Michelin has decided to not manufacture enough tires to where everyone has them, and they're ridiculously expensive to get, so I ended up going with a different set of Pirellis, but instead of 35 tall, I went with 30 tall tires. So the setup right now is the MRR FS01s, 10-inch wide rims in the front, 11s in the rear. I put 285 30 20s on the front and 305 30 20s in the rear. So here's a quick look at them. Hopefully there's enough light to see. So obviously the fronts, and the backs are going to be a little harder to see just because this big old post is in the way. Took a couple photos of the car outside, so check those out here. But the biggest thing is a lot of people were worried by going 30-inch tall tires that the ride would get ridiculously uncomfortable. Now my car does have the MRC, or the magnetic ride control, on it. And with that being said, putting 30 tall tires, but with a 285 and a 305, it really didn't change that much. And honestly, the tires aren't that skinny on the rims. Now, if I was sticking with the 245s and went 30s, then I'd be a little concerned, because at that point the sidewall gets really skinny, because the wider tire you go, the taller the sidewall gets, regardless of it being 30s, 35, 40, etc. So overall, the ride quality has remained really well from tour all the way to track mode. And I really like the look of the car. It dropped the car overall just under 3/4 of an inch from what the 35s had the car sitting up. There is a larger wheel gap for the wheel wells, but that's going to allow me to actually lower the car now. So with the 35s, the tires were too tall and a lowering kit would never work. So with the 30s, I could potentially lower the car and it will work. The other side is the 35 tires, at least on the Pirellis, the 35s were rubbing the back, the back driver's side. There is a power harness coming off of the fuse box in there, and that harness has a bump out in their muted padding underneath the wheel well. And the tire was actually rubbed a hole right into it, so I had to buy a new interior padding for it. But the 30s don't rub. There's plenty of clearance front and back. The other side is even the 285 35s up front on here. Let's see if I could show you. So on this backside corner, it looked like when I turned on this matting, the tires would rub. Same in the backs as well. So dropping to the 30s definitely resolved all of those issues. Now, again, depending on the tire you go with, and not just by tire size, but manufacturer will depict on the tread height, and if it's concaved or flat, or there's so many different patterns that they use. Like, that also makes a big difference on if you're going to get rubbing or issues like that. So I got the 30s on the car. I'm going to be trying it out. I haven't really done any high-speed runs or 0 to 60 times or anything like that. I have done a couple takeoffs. I will say these tires seem to grip a little bit better than the other Pirelli P0s I have. I don't know how that makes sense. It does feel like I have a little more grip, but I have to play around with it. I haven't even checked the pressure or where it sits since I had them put on. There you have it. So 305 30 20s in the rear, 285 30 20s in the front. Very much like the 1LE setup, and I believe the new ZL1 has the same wheel setup as well in regards to tire sizes. I think it looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the images. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what tire sizes you guys are looking at. Obviously, like, there's tons of options you can do. You can even drop the wheel size from 20s to 18s and get bigger or smaller tires, whatever your taste is. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, I appreciate you guys checking out the videos, and I will see you guys on the road.